Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we're taking a trip down memory lane as we delve into the world of gaming events. E3 to be exact. In this video, we'll explore why E3 used to be the ultimate gaming event and what went wrong over the years, leading to its cancellation in 2023. As a longtime E3 enthusiast who couldn't wait for those jaw-dropping reveals like Final Fantasy VII Remake, I'm feeling a bit nostalgic and sad talking about this. We'll be discussing E3's identity crisis, the impact of COVID on gaming events, and the rise of alternative events. So, without further ado, let's dive in. E3, or the Electronic Entertainment Expo, was the event to look forward to. It was like the Super Bowl of gaming. Developers, publishers, and gamers all gathered to celebrate their shared love for gaming. E3 was a stage for the biggest announcements, where upcoming releases were hyped up and demoed. Remember this? Or this? Or this? Those are the moments that we remember as gamers. Sadly, nothing lasts forever, and E3 was no exception. A combination of factors chipped away at its shine, ultimately leading to the event's demise in 2023. For one, E3 had a few hiccups that made the event's validity questionable. It first faced an identity crisis in 2017, when the show was first opened to the public. This was E3's attempt to kill two birds with one stone, but in the end they ended up missing both. Overcrowded venues, watered-down experiences, and a loss of that exclusive feel for industry insiders made 2017's E3 a poor experience. And let's not forget the data leaks in 2019 that continued to harm its reputation. At that point in time, what E3 needed was to prove that its next event would be better. Unfortunately, that opportunity never happened. As we know all too well, the world was hit with COVID, which accelerated the shift towards digital events and streaming. Events of major players like Nintendo and Sony saw this as an opportunity and it made sense. E3 was an event where hundreds of announcements were made all at the same time, and if your game wasn't what the fans were most excited for, that meant all the effort you put in to match E3's schedule went to waste because nobody cared enough. And it's interesting to see that the first three to openly say they won't be attending E3 this year were Sony, Nintendo, and Xbox, who used to be three of the biggest participants. Coincidence? I think not, especially when Ubisoft said they would participate in E3 and later stepped away as well. They even went ahead and announced that they would hold their own event in June, which was when E3 was supposed to happen. From their perspective, it was probably better to have personalized online events. It's just so much more convenient to control announcements and cater directly to fans. This also guarantees a spotlight because there's no competition at your own show. And the world already had the infrastructure to reach out to fan bases online without relying on massive events like E3 anyways. COVID was just a means to accelerate this transition and make it easier for companies to prepare online events and for viewers to find their niche. Don't forget that attending a physical event means renting booths, preparing events, and sending people off on business trips, which are all time and energy consuming actions that companies may have discovered isn't as necessary as they thought. Lastly, there were already a plethora of events that were competing to get attention, some of which had a unique touch to them that E3 had failed to find. For example, the Game Awards announces the Game of the Year, which makes it special. Gamescom is the biggest public game show in Europe and has maintained that position for a long time. TGS, or the Tokyo Game Show, while not as big as Gamescom, has a long history and holds a unique position by targeting the Japanese game market. And GDC holds a firm ground as the industry insider event, perhaps even more so after E3's position became shaky. In other words, what E3 did best, announcing new games, ironically no longer needed E3 as the times changed. And with E3's cancellation in 2023, the gaming industry is left to ponder the future of gaming events. One thing's for sure, this shift offers increased accessibility for gamers worldwide, and greater flexibility for developers and publishers in showcasing their games. While digital events, live streams, and smaller conventions will continue to play a vital role in the industry, it's a brave new world. And while we'll always cherish those E3 memories, it's time to embrace the future of gaming events. Thanks for watching. It means the world to me. I'm considering these topics for my next video, so stay tuned.